Now, I just scrolled past a post on Facebook where a black woman is talking about how her son, Anthony Walker, was killed unprovoked by racist white people 20 years ago, and she forgives them. Now, the first thing I want to address is the forgiveness kink that some black people have towards white people, because under no circumstances should you be forgiving certain stuff, just period, right? And that's not a black or a white thing, but just certain stuff is unforgivable, okay? And that's not me saying that you should let the hatred consume you or anything like that, because I understand that your son is gone and there's no bringing him back, right? But for you to get on the internet talking about, yeah, I forgive these racists for killing my son unprovoked, knowing that they went out and did that to more black people too. They might not have got caught. I didn't read the article yet. I don't have time for that. But you sitting here talking about you forgive them? Girl, I'm sorry. Let me play the intro. Now, I'm actually preparing to go on a trip, which is why I don't have time to read the article and do a very detailed video about the specific situation, but I will when I get back, right? But I'm going to address this woman and the comments under the post at least, okay? I don't like how a lot of black people have been led to believe that we just have to let white people do anything to us and we just have to be like, I forgive you. Are you serious? Like, I'm confused, because if you put that on a personal level, it doesn't stand up, right? If somebody walked up to this woman and slapped her, do you think she'd be talking about, I forgive you, just slap me again? No, she would slap them back. A fight would ensue, because you deserve to defend yourself. You don't have to let anybody just abuse you, right? But for some reason, all of that goes down the drain when it comes to white people attacking black people and being racist. Then suddenly, y'all talking about, I forgive you. What are we talking about here, right? And then I want to get into the comments, because there were a number of white people in the comments talking about, if more people were like this, then racism wouldn't exist. The world would be a better place. So you telling me if more black people let white people be racist to us, and we're just like, I forgive you, that would stop white people's racism? That's what you're telling me? But that points to a fundamental flaw, though, okay? That points to a fundamental flaw. You think that white people are being racist because they have a reason to be racist, and that if black people are nice enough, they'll stop being racist? That's what you think? Because that's not the case. White people are being racist due to no actions of black people. That black boy was minding his business. It wasn't like the black boy was like, hey, like fight me or whatever, and then the white people were like, oh, this has provoked me to be racist. No, that black boy was minding his business. No amount of extra minding his business would have saved him from racist white people. Y'all keep putting the burden of blame of racism on black people. You sitting here telling me, oh, if more black people just sat there and let white people kill them and then their families forgave them, then yeah, that will stop racism. That's what you're telling me? That's how we stop racism, by black people simply allowing you all to be racist. And again, this never stands up on a personal level. If you put it in personal terms, everyone's going to be like, wow, that's really stupid, right? Let's say you go to school. Matter of fact, we've all seen a fight video like this. We may have seen something like this in person, right? You at school and somebody's bullying you, right? And you telling them, hey, I don't want to fight, I'm not into it, leave me alone, right? Does the bully ever stop? No, the bully keeps going. The bully keeps going. They keep taunting you. They might even start putting their hands on you, right? And you can stand there as long as you want, not hitting them back. And guess what? They don't stop. What makes them stop, though? When you start beating them down. Because realistically, no war has ever been won by somebody saying, well, golly gee willikers, just drop another bomb on me, and then maybe you'll see the error of your ways. That's not how wars are won. Wars are won by whooping somebody's ass. Matter of fact, let's put it in personal terms that involve race. We've all seen a video where a racist white person is harassing a black person, right? Spitting on them, calling them the N-word, hitting them, etc., right? And half the time, these black people don't even immediately react with violence. Half the time they say, hey, can you stop that? Can you stop saying that? Can you stop doing that, right? And do the white people ever stop? Do the white people ever say, oh, wow, this piece has counteracted my racism. I see the light. Like, has that ever happened? That has never happened. What's the only thing that stops them, right? Say a white person says the N-word and the black person says, hey, can you not say that, right? The white person keeps saying it. Nigger, 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 right? But what finally stops them? Take a second to think about it. When the black person punches them in their mouth. Because No amount of peace is going to ever stop violence. If a white person is being violent to you, you are under no obligation to simply let them be violent. Because as we see time and time again, that's not going to stop violence. And I'm sorry, but I gotta bring up religion. I have to bring up Christianity. I'm so sorry, but that's where a lot of this forgiveness kink comes from. That's pretty much where all of it comes from, right? And I gotta clock a little T. And Christians, don't feel caught out, because this applies to black Muslims as well. You don't never stop to think, why am I serving the same God as my oppressor? Now, don't get me wrong. I know y'all are going to say, well, there's simply one true God, and we both happen to know that that is the true God. So, it just happened to happen, right? But you ain't never stopped to think, why does the one true God in this Bible say slaves obey your masters? Why does the one true God, sit there and let white people be racist? How about that? Because some of you guys are going to say, oh, the Bible was mistranslated. They hid these texts, so and so and so. Okay, forget about what the Bible says then. Why is God chilling like a villain while white people are tormenting us? How about that? I could never be out here sitting around talking about, I forgive the people who killed my brother in an unprovoked racial attack. Is you dumb? You dumb. I'm sorry. I hate to say it. You're going through a lot of grief. Absolutely, right? But you is a dumb ass bitch. I'm so sorry to say that, right? And I want to stress to black people again, you are not wrong by not letting an abuser abuse you. Imagine if a woman is married to an abusive man, right? He beating her ass every day. She's terrified, right? And then finally one day, she, throws a boiling hot pot of water on him, slices him up, whatever, right? And then he's like, oh my goodness, I'm the victim here. You've been beating my ass every day for how long? Right? And I stood there and I let you for how long? And that didn't stop you, right? But now when I react with violence, suddenly, I'm the victim here. There is no way that y'all are ever going to convince me that the victim is wrong for reacting to the abuser with some violence, because clearly peace is not going to stop an abuser. So I stress to black people, I beg of black people, stop sitting around talking about you forgive white people after they kill your family members because they're racist, because that's never going to stop racism. That just encourages it to continue.